Good morning, everybody. I'm coming to you live today with a very special unboxing. I'm really excited to share this with you. I have the prototype for the Watercolor Paintbox starter kit, and I'm going to show you what the contents of that look like. And this is a special starter kit that features the Dandelion Cottage Design branding, and there's only 10 of them available. You'll be able to get the regular one at any time, but when I launch the Watercolor Paintbox on October 1st, you're going to be able to qualify to get one of these 10 exclusive Watercolor Paintbox starter kits, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So let me turn the camera down so you can see what I have. So it's going to come to you in a box like this, and it features my new logo and the branding color that I use. And on the inside of the box, now remember this is a prototype, so as I get the design further along there may be some additional features, but there will also be one of my business cards, and there will be a note for you from me. Inside the box, let me just check my settings, make sure that you can see and hear me all right. And these cards, and there'll be a note for you. Now it looks like it's working, and I see Kelly. Hey Kelly, glad you could tune in. So inside here, I'm going to start at the bottom first. So let me just take these things out so we can see everything. So in the box, you're going to get a plexiglass support, and this is just the right size to hold one of the 5x7 Fluid 100 watercolor papers. Now these are 140-pound cold press paper. They're 100% cotton, and that means that they are archival. So this is paper that will not turn yellow or crack over time. And because it's a nice heavy watercolor paper, it's going to hold up to wet and wet washes and many other techniques that you will be learning in the Watercolor Paintbox subscription, which I'll tell you more about later. And if you can't stay and you want to go find out more about these things, please go excuse me, to dandelioncottagedesign.com, and you'll be able to find out how to subscribe to notes from Dandelion Cottage. And in the email that I'm going to be sending out shortly, you're going to have all the information about both the Watercolor Paintbox starter kit and the subscription that's going to be starting in October, which is just a couple of weeks away. So please do that. And this paper also fits nicely into this case. And I like this because you can also put your finished paintings in here and keep them protected. Each month we're going to have a different subject, and you will be getting practice paper and also some additional materials to use to make watercolor note cards. But everything can fit very nicely in this case. And if you're somebody that likes to travel and go outside and paint on location, then these cases are terrific for protecting your things and keeping them dry in case it rains or whatever. You'll also be getting a spritzer, and this is a nice size spritzer. This will fit in a kit very nicely. It's very compact, and this will allow you to give your paints a spritz, give your paper a spritz. so that you can start to pre-moisten it, and I'll be talking much more about that in the techniques video. You're also going to be getting a pipette, and a pipette is just a little eyedropper, and what you can do is you can use this to wet the pans in your watercolor paint box to activate the paint. And as you may know, the watercolor paints will last a very, very long time, and even if they're dry, you don't have to worry about cleaning up your palette. Let it dry on the palette and then just spritz it or wet it with a few drops of water, and it'll be ready to be used again. You'll get one of the special Dandelion Cottage Design number 2 pencils. I'm really excited about these. I've wanted to have my own pencils for a long time, and now I have them with my name on there, so that makes me very happy. You'll also get a kneaded rubber eraser, and these erasers are terrific for erasing lines on your watercolor paper and will not abrade the paper. So they're self-cleaning. More on this when we get into the sketching video, but these are wonderful, and they last a very long time, and they're extremely useful for when you want to just lighten up your pencil line. So if you want to have a light pencil line and maybe you got a little too much graphite on there, you can just blot the line gently with one of these and adjust it so that you have the desired amount of darkness on your sketch. You're going to get one of my ballpoint pens just for fun, and you're going to be getting a collection of 3 tubes of paint. So you can see there's 3 of them in there, the yellow, red, and the blue. These are the primary colors that you see me use in all my videos. These are time-tested, pure pigment, professional quality tubes. They are pigments that are permanent and that work very well with one another. So they make beautiful color mixtures. They will enable you to paint all the colors of the rainbow and keep your palette nice and simple. I really believe in working from a limited palette. I think that it helps for your pictures to look more harmonic, and it also helps to get you trained to understand all the color mixtures and how to get exactly what you want for any particular subject matter. So much, much more on color. I talk about that all the time, and in fact the Watercolor Paintbox subscription is going to come with a new color paint each month, and so I will be going into depth about all the attributes and what you can do with that particular color. So stay tuned for more on that. And then finally, the special deluxe watercolor travel paint box, and as you can see, it's branded with my color, and this is the same style of watercolor box that you see me use, and I'm going to show you mine in just a second. But in here you're also going to get 12 half pans, so that each month that you get a new color, you'll be able to put your colors in your paint box, and a full pan. So if you want to add another color to your paint box, you'll be able to do that as well. So you'll have that option. In addition to the travel watercolor tin, you're also going to be getting a travel brush, and I really like this brush. It's a synthetic brush, but it comes to a beautiful point. It works very, very well, and it's a nice size. This is a number 8, so this is a good size brush, and because it has such a nice point, it's going to enable you to do very fine detail work and also to apply nice washes to your paper. The handle comes off and forms a cover for the brush to keep it protected, and it fits perfectly inside your kit. Now, in addition to the watercolor starter kit, I'm also going to be doing a giveaway. And so in this box I have one of these palettes, and this is going to go to one lucky winner. So there it is. And if you would like to join in ahead of time on the giveaway, you're going to have to be subscribed to Notes from Dandelion Cottage, and I will be able to explain to you all the things that you have to do to get signed up for this giveaway challenge. And I think you're going to love the travel paint box. So let me just show you mine real quick. So the one that I've been using for years and years is right here. And it's just a beautiful, simple little box. It has a finger ring on the bottom so that you can hold it in your hand. And then it opens up, as you saw, so that you have double the amount of mixing area, which is really nice to have. Now you'll notice that my box has full pans. You're going to be able to have the option to have either full or half pans in your box, depending on how many colors you prefer to use. This is basically a landscape palette that I'm showing you here based on the British watercolor masters and the colors that they would use to paint the British countryside. And it also has the 3 primaries as well as the burnt umber that I like to mix with the French ultramarine to create a warm and cool temperature strip. And I'm going to be talking to you much more about that in October. So that's just a little sneak peek of what's coming up. But when you're painting out of doors, you can just slip your thumb through that ring and you can hold your palette in your hand and be free to do your painting. And that's why these little travel palettes are so useful, and I just love them. So I think that you're going to be very happy with the contents of the box, and make sure that you're subscribed to Notes from Dandelion Cottage so that you can get in on the giveaway that's coming right up. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm very excited to share all this with you, and I'm heading off now to the pop-up studio. So I'm going to be busy over there, and I will be sharing a video later today on some of the other things that are going on. So see you soon. Get ready